Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and it's going to be another busy week with myself and Jason Radowitz as we go through the baseball in Taiwan. Yes, they finally played a 7-day more rain and a little bit more rain, and then finally get 2 games over the weekend. Then South Korea, where all 10 teams play nearly every single day of the week, and there's back-to-back games. Chronologically, there's back-to-back games over the weekend as well. First of all, let's say if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, press the button, give us a thumbs up to let us know that you're really appreciating it, and we'll let you know whenever there's content. Now, we said about the games over in Taiwan. The China Trust Brothers, they get beat. The Monkeys, they get beat. There's massive surprises then in KBO. Samsung beat the Bears 13-0. And the biggest shock of the week is the SK Wyverns. They won twice in a week. I cannot believe it. Now you've got the Dinos, 3-game lead at the top, and the Wyverns, 3-game gap at the bottom. So remember, get all your tips, questions, and then I'll ask Jason. It gives me a right little tee up to say, Jason, how are you, sir? And how was your weekend?
I'm doing well. Excited for another long week of baseball. So we're getting excited and we're ready to go.
Yeah, we're starting to get a real good following as well, Jason, because the thing is, there's no MLB. So now that people love their baseball, if we can just get the rains to stay away in Taiwan, and then we put that again with South Korea, we can have plenty of opportunities to make money.
Yeah, it's looking like we might get some more games in the CPBL with the rain being a low percentage throughout the week. So hopefully we can get some more CPBL along with the KBO, and we'll have a large slate of baseball for the entire week.
Now, before we went on air, you was telling me that the markets are jumping all over the place. They don't really know where to stick. I mean, you said that one of the teams was plus 330. Now it's minus 330. Now it's minus 200. So I'm wondering if people or the books are trying to get like value, or they're trying to draw money in.
Yeah, we had the China Trust Brothers. They were minus 330 to begin. Now you can probably get them around minus 200. And I even saw around minus 190. So you can get the brothers at really good price now, where you couldn't when it first started. So it looks like we had 2 underdogs win on Sunday. So it looks like a lot of people might be pounding on the underdogs because there's so much value to be won with the underdogs right now in the CPBL.
Okay, before we go to our first game in Taiwan and our only game in Taiwan, then let me tell you that Eric says Doosan, they're going to bounce back where they're playing the bottom side SK Wyverns, and they come off a 13-0 defeat against Samsung. So we're going to kick off in Taiwan, Jay, and we're going to go with the Lions versus the Brothers. And the Brothers are favourites, but the Lions are off an unbelievable, shocking win against the Monkeys. Yeah,
this is an interesting one. We have Jose DePaula, who's pitched really well against the Uni Lions in his first 2 games against them this season. He struck in his last outing. He struck out 12 batters, and he struck out 20 in his first 2 games. He's one of the best strikeout pitchers in the league, and the Uni Lions strike out the most in the league. So DePaula is looking at a really good matchup against the Uni Lions for the Brothers, and so that's why I'm going to be taking the Brothers on this one, minus 1.5. Instead of taking the money line, we're going to go minus 1.5, and that's only at minus 130, where it started at like minus 220 under the minus 1.5. Now we can go at minus 130 at minus 1.5 on the run line. And so we're definitely going to take that with DePaula, who's been terrific against the Uni Lions in the first half of the season.
Yeah, and a lot of people will just look at it and go, the Lions have just beat the Monkeys. Surely they've got to be favourites, but no, they're not. They're over like plus 200. So then you just go with the Brothers and get the value, because now all of a sudden, maybe the weight is coming in on the Lions, and that's given us great value on the Brothers.
Yeah, it looks like the Brothers have underachieved to start the season. So really, we have the Monkeys, then the rest of the standings, they're under 500. The Brothers are supposed to be that team that should be in second place. They underachieved. They have the best pitching in the league right now. They lead in team ERA, and they have one of the best pitchers against the Uni Lions right now going. So I'm going with DePaula and the Brothers against the Uni Lions, who strike out a ton. So
yeah, I would expect the Brothers to have a massive bond and a massive togetherness, So I mean, they've got to be the favourites now. What about a total? Where is the market, and do we want under or over?
So right now it's at 14.5, and I'm going to lean on the under on this one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, 14.5, that's a hefty hike when you think that maybe these two negatives might not bring us a positive and they might strike out. So 14.5, even if it was maybe around 11.5, would you still say that you'd go with the under?
Maybe not 11.5. I like the number at 14.5. If it was any lower, it'd be scary. We are in the CPBL. We do get a ton of runs in this league. And the Uni Lions are sending out Chen Yang Cheng, who's won his last 2 games. And he has an ERA of 7.20. So it's not like he's been great. However, I do believe in DePaula and his numbers against the Uni Lions. And so I'm going to hope that the brothers can potentially win this game, maybe 12-0 or 12-1, and we hit this under.
Okay, I must say this because obviously I don't want Oblivion Sports, who says he's 100% tailing, let's go. Yeah, you're tailing Jay. You're not tailing me, you're tailing Jay. Okay, and gives me a good opportunity to say to you that just press the link in the description because Jay's also done articles. So you can watch this video back. I'll timestamp it so you can go to the individual games. But also if you press the link in the description, it takes you over to the more sports picks and the page where he's done his articles. And not just Jay, there's plenty other articles, plenty other sports, so you can have a really good read. Now, let's go to South Korea because we've got the red hot SK Wyverns sitting bottom of the league, but they won twice in a week against the Doosan Bears, who are last year's champions. Please tell me, Jay, it's only the Bears.
We're all over the Doosan Bears in this one. We got Chris Flexen on the mound, and you remember when we talked about him that first matchup when he absolutely dominated the Lotte Giants. Well, he's back. He's about to dominate again. He's got an even worse matchup against SK, who's been pretty bad hitting all season long. And, SK, they kind of escaped that win against Kia in the last game. Kia actually had 15 hits, 3 walks, so they had 18 runners in that game and only scored 3 runs. Wow. So SK escaped that game. Kia should have won. We were on Kia. It was a really bad beat, but, yeah, SK, they got lucky in that one. We're going to roll with Doosan Bears all the way. Even though they have a really bad bullpen, we're hoping Flexen can go 7 to 8 innings, keep the bullpen away. And the Doosan Bears are the best offense in the league. So we're actually going to go, I hate the run line, but we're going minus 1.5 on the run line, which is around minus 140 if you shop around. And then we're going to take the under 9.5, which is the lean. We're hoping that Flexen just murders the lineup of the SK and wins this game, around 7-1. Get the under at 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, there's the disparity that we go from the CPBL where the line's 14.5 and you're happy to go under. All of a sudden, you go in against the Wyverns and the Bears and it's only 9.5. I mean, you've got to go with the Bears all the way. Minus 1.5, you should be safe. Now, the Samsung Lions are taking on the Lotte Giants. And the Samsung Lions of a 13-0 victory. We said last week that they were playing well and then they put a couple of L's on the board. Is it a W or an L for you for the Lions?
It's an L for the Lions. I got the Lotte Giants at minus 130, and we're going to lean on the over 8.5. The official play is the Lotte Giants. We got Dan Straley on the mound, who's an import pitcher. He's an American pitcher coming into the league, and he's dominated. For the most part, he's actually struggled in his last few games, but he has 25 strikeouts, and that's tied for the league. He's been impressive. He has 12.7 strikeouts per 9 innings, and he's limiting his walks right now. His batting average and balls in play is actually at 351, which will probably decrease throughout the season. So I'm rolling with the Lotte Giants here at minus 130. And I expect the Samsung Lions will not be scoring 13 runs in this game.
And you're happy? And you said the market's like 8.5?
Yeah, it's 8.5. You could potentially get 9.5 too, but chop around, get the over 8.5 to get that extra run.
Yeah.
And take the over 8.5 instead of 9.
That's so low, Jay.
It's low, but Dan Straley's been really, really good. And, so we're going to have to – and both offenses have been pretty poor throughout the season, although Samsung put up the 13 runs. Lotte Giants just scored 2 in their win on Sunday. So you're hoping that Straley does a great job again, strikes out the Samsung batters and keeps the game under with another 6-1 win. The over.
I bet you do.
9-1 win.
I bet you do. It looks like someone's wrapped up a lovely little gift and just gone, here you go, Jay. Over 8.5 if you want, because even if they have a bad day, you're going to be going way over 8.5. Okay, what about the Tigers versus the Wiz? Are we looking money line, handicap, or the total?
So we're going with Kia Tigers. We're going to lean on both of these. We're leaning on the Tigers at around plus 110, so they're minor underdogs in this matchup. And then we're going to lean on the under 9.5. We've got two outstanding pitchers in this matchup. So Kia is going with Drew Gagnon, who's 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA. But then KT, they have Bae-Jae Sung, who's 1-0 with a .89 ERA. He's been fabulous. But, we talked about Drew Gagnon last time when we said how his ERA was like 6.5. Now it's down to 3.86, and his FIP is still extremely low at 2.66. So he's still unlucky after all that. And his strikeout numbers are ridiculous again. And Bae-Jae Sung, actually, through 20.1 innings, has been a little lucky, and Drew Gagnon has been a little not lucky. So if things are supposed to play out the way they're supposed to play out, we're going to expect Drew Gagnon to get the win in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the Wiz and the Tigers have both been involved in quite a few low-scoring games. So, I mean, the under 9.5 suckering at us in a little bit. Is that a lean or official?
It's a lean. I just love the pitching matchup and believe that this game will definitely go on the under with the pitching matchup that's taking place.
I love that you said, I'm leaning, but I definitely think it's going under. So you can't even be negative. You're like, I must be positive, and I'm going to go definitely under 9.5. Okay, we're going to go with the LG Twins, who are flying, and underachievers, the Eagles.
This is a fun matchup because we have Chad Bell, who's actually making his season debut for the Hanwha Eagles. He had a shoulder surgery. Then he pitched in the Futures game, which is the minor leagues for that league, and he pitched 2 scoreless innings. And he had a solid season last year with like a 3.5 ERA and a 4.1 FIP in 29 games started. So the Hanwha Eagles have actually pitched really well to start the season. But I'm still rolling with the LG Twins. I don't know if I could put much faith into Hanwha at this time with Chad Bell being the starter. I just don't know what to expect out of him. We know what we're getting with Tyler Wilson. He's had some really great seasons in the KBO. So far, it hasn't been nearly as effective this season, but looking at his career, he's been fabulous, and he should be able to continue that against the Hanwha Eagles offense that is one of the worst teams in hitting. They have the least amount of home runs in the league.
Did you not think a little bit more out of the Hanwha? Was we not expecting a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, look, Chad Bell, who knows if he can go 5, 6 innings, 7 innings. We don't know what he can give us. And so in a matchup that seems like it's pretty even between Wilson and Bell, we're going to go with LG Twins at the end of the day because they have a better hitting team. They walked off a couple of games. They have Roberto Ramos, who's got 7 home runs, who leads the league, and their offense has been a lot better than Hanwha. So you kind of just, if you look at the pitching matchup, they're both equal. Look at the hitting matchup, it goes to the LG Twins. So while the minus 160 might not be the best value, it's still the best play. While Hanwha Eagles might be the better value to get the win, the LG Twins are more likely going to win this matchup.
And where have we got the total?
We have it at 8.5. We're going with the under on this one, with the pitching matchup being 2 imports. The games usually go under in the KBO.
Yeah, wow, under 8.5. We're getting lower and lower. I mean, this is game 1 of a 3-game series, so normally we get unders. And if you join us tomorrow, remember, we're on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to cover the game. We're also going to cover the games from Taiwan. So expect us to be talking runs tomorrow, but at the moment, it's unders. Now, we're going to go with the heroes and the dinos. And before we go, we've got to mention Minwoo Park hits another run.
Yeah, the Dinos' offense has actually been getting a little bit better. Their average was a little bit lower to start last week, and then they brought it up to about, I think it's near like 290 now. So their offense is starting to heat up. They just scored 10 runs in their last game, and it's big thanks to Park and the rest of the offense. They've been impressive, and again, the pitching has been even better for the Dinos. And we have another pitcher, Koo Chang Mo. He leads the league in ERA. And he's tied with strikeouts with Straley and Gagnon. So we have crazy pitching matchups all over the board because we have Chang Mo, who's got 25 strikeouts. Straley, who of Lotte Giants, has 25 strikeouts. Gagnon has 25 strikeouts. Flexen has 22 strikeouts. And we have Pak Jung Hum, who's on the, I think, KT, and he has 17 strikeouts. So we have a bunch of pitchers that are huge strikeout throwers. And Chang Mo has been one of the most dominant pitchers in the league so far. So I got to roll with Chang Mo, who's been fabulous at the beginning of the year. And so we're definitely going to be taking the Dinos at -170, and we're going to take the over 8.5 in this matchup.
Yeah, over 8.5. That seems like a bit of a steal. I said we was going unders and expect runs tomorrow, but you expect definite runs in this one with my man Min Woo Park. I think he's already hit 14 runs in like 16 games. The man is an absolute machine, and I'm not just like looking at figures, because 89 runs last year, and I think he 111 within the last 5 years in one season. So he's definitely one to follow. Okay, so I'm going to ask for your recap now, please, Jay, and obviously the banker.
So we're going with the brothers at -1.5 over the uni lines, and we're going to lean on the under 14.5 in that matchup. Then we have the Hanwha Eagles versus the LG Twins. We're going to take the LG Twins -175, under 8.5. Those are both leans. Then we're going with the NC Dinos at -170 against the Kiwoom Heroes, and that's an official play at -170. Then we're going to take the over 8.5 as a lean. Then we're going with Kia at +120. That's also a lean, and over KT, and then taking the under 9.5 as a lean. Then we're going Lotte -130 over Samsung, and then we're going to lean on over 8.5. And then we're going to use the banker here, which is Doosan -1.5 at around -140. You could probably get -130 now. Just shop around. So that's the banker -1.5 Doosan over SK. And then under 9.5 is the lean for that game.
The banker, Doosan Bears. Okay, before I say goodbye to Jason, let's do a little bit of homework. If you like this video, subscribe, press the button. We'll notify you and you'll never miss any content, whether it be baseball or anything else that we throw out there. Also, press the thumbs on the way out so that we can see that you appreciate this video, and then press the link in the description and go read Jay's articles, because there might be something that you've missed in this video and he will then set you right, because he gives 2 or 3 selections on his article, and he gives 10, 11 on this video. But we thank you. Jay, you need to go and have a lie down now, because them stats were unbelievable. I want that head put in the freezer, keep it on ice, because we go again tomorrow. Thanks, Jay.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. That's Jason Radowitz, and we've gone through the KBO in South Korea and the CPBL in Taiwan. No rain means baseball. See you tomorrow. Take care.